The command terminal can seem intimidating at first. It's a black screen with text, and it might look like something out of a hacker movie. But don't let that scare you away. The command terminal is actually a very powerful tool that can make your computing experience much more efficient and enjoyable. It's a black screen with text. This might seem a bit old-fashioned compared to the colorful icons and windows you're used to, but there's a reason why the command terminal has stood the test of time. You interact with your computer by typing commands. These commands are like instructions that tell your computer exactly what to do. It's a bit like speaking a language that your computer understands perfectly. But don't worry, it's easier than it looks. Once you get the hang of it, you'll find that using the command terminal can be quite intuitive and even fun. Think of the command terminal as a direct line to your computer's brain. When you type a command, you're communicating directly with the core of your computer's operating system. You can tell your computer exactly what to do. Whether it's creating a new file, moving files around, or even running complex scripts, the command terminal gives you precise control over your computer's actions. You do this by typing specific instructions called commands. Each command has a specific function, and by combining them, you can perform a wide range of tasks. The terminal is a powerful tool. It's used by developers, system administrators, and power users to perform tasks that would be difficult or impossible to do with a graphical interface. Once you learn the basics, you'll be able to do so much more with your computer. You'll be able to automate repetitive tasks, troubleshoot issues more effectively, and even customize your computing environment to suit your needs. It might seem strange to type commands instead of clicking icons, but once you get used to it, you'll find that the command terminal can be much faster and more efficient for many tasks. But using the command terminal can be faster and more efficient. For example, you can perform complex file operations with a single command rather than clicking through multiple menus. You can even automate tasks. By writing scripts, you can automate repetitive tasks, saving you time and reducing the chance of errors. This can save you a lot of time and effort in the long run. Imagine being able to set up your computer to perform routine maintenance tasks automatically, or to quickly deploy a new project with just a few commands. Ready to dive in? Let's get started. In the next sections, we'll cover the basics of using the command terminal, from navigating the file system to running scripts. By the end of this course, you'll be well on your way to becoming a command terminal pro. Why should you learn the command terminal? It might seem like something only programmers need, but knowing basic terminal commands can benefit everyone. Here are a few reasons why. Firstly, it gives you more control over your computer. You can perform tasks that might not be possible with the graphical interface. You can customize settings and troubleshoot problems more efficiently. Secondly, it's efficient. You can often perform tasks with a single command. This is much faster than clicking through multiple menus. Lastly, it's a valuable skill. Knowing your way around the command terminal is a sought-after skill in many technical fields. Before we learn any commands, let's open the command terminal. The way you do this depends on your operating system. On Windows, search for Command Prompt or PowerShell in the Start menu. On macOS, search for Terminal in Spotlight. On Linux, look for an application called Terminal or Console. Once you've opened the terminal, you'll see a blank screen. This is where you'll type your commands. The terminal is waiting for your instructions. Now that you have your command terminal open, we can start learning some basic commands. These commands are the foundation for everything else you'll learn. The first command we'll learn is pwd. This stands for Print Working Directory. It tells you where you are in the file system. When you open the terminal, you start in your home directory. This is like your personal folder. It's where your documents, pictures, and other files are stored. To use the command, simply type pwd and press enter. The terminal will print the full path to your current directory. This helps you understand the structure of your file system. Knowing your current directory is important for many other commands. It's like knowing your location before asking for directions. The next command is ls. It stands for list. This command lists all the files and directories in your current directory. Type ls and press enter. You'll see a list of names. These are the files and directories in your current location. You can use options with the command to get more information. For example, ls-lh gives you a detailed list. This includes file sizes, permissions, and modification dates. The command is useful for navigating your file system. It helps you see what's inside each directory. Now that you know how to see where you are and what's around you, let's learn how to move around. The cd command stands for change directory. It lets you move between different folders. To use it, type cd followed by the name of the directory you want to go to. For example, to go to the Documents directory, you would type cd/home/user directory. You can also use relative paths with cd. For example, cd ... moves you up one directory. This is like clicking the back button in a file manager. The cd command is essential for navigating your file system. It lets you access any file or directory on your computer. Next, copying and moving files. Now let's learn how to manipulate files. This is an essential skill for anyone working with computers, as it allows you to manage your data effectively. The cp command stands for copy. It is one of the most commonly used commands in the terminal. This command lets you create a copy of a file or directory, preserving the original while making a duplicate in a specified location. To use the cp command, type cp followed by the name of the file you want to copy, and then the destination where you want the copy to be placed. For example, to copy a file named report.txt to the Documents directory, you would type cp report.txt documents/. This command will create a duplicate of report.txt in the Documents directory, leaving the original file intact in its current location. The mv command stands for move. It is another fundamental command for file manipulation. This command allows you to move a file or directory from one location to another, effectively changing its place in the file system. To move a file, you would type mv followed by the name of the file and the destination directory. For instance, to move a file named image.jpg to the Pictures directory, you would type mv image.jpg pictures/. This command will transfer the file from its current location to the Pictures directory. Additionally, the mv command can be used to rename files. By specifying a new name instead of a directory, you can change the file's name. For example, to rename image.jpg to photo.jpg, you would type mv image.jpg photo.jpg. This command will change the name of the file without moving it to a different directory. These commands are fundamental for file management. They provide the basic tools needed to organize and manage your files efficiently. By mastering cp and mv, you can ensure that your files are always in the right place and properly named, making it easier to find and use them when needed. Efficient file management is crucial for productivity and organization. With these commands, you can maintain a well-organized file system, which is essential for both personal and professional use. Let's look at some real-world examples of how you might use these commands. The command terminal is a powerful tool that can simplify many tasks, making your workflow more efficient and effective. Imagine you're working on a project and need to create a copy of a file before making changes. This is a common scenario, especially when you want to ensure that you have a backup of the original file. You can use the command to create a duplicate of the file in the same directory or even in a different location. This way, you can make changes to the copy without worrying about losing the original data. Or, you've downloaded a file to your Downloads folder but want to move it to a more appropriate location. This is something we all do frequently, whether it's organizing our documents, photos, or other files. The command makes this simple. You can move the file from the Downloads folder to any other directory on your system. For example, you might want to move a downloaded PDF to your Documents folder for easier access later. Maybe you need to find a specific file on your computer. This can be particularly useful when you have a large number of files and folders, and manually searching through them would be time-consuming. You can use a combination of the and commands to navigate to the directory where you think the file is located and then list the files to find it. Additionally, the command can be used to search for files by name, size, or modification date, making the process even more efficient. These are just a few simple examples. The command terminal offers a vast array of commands and options that can handle almost any task you can think of. From basic file management to complex scripting and automation, the possibilities are nearly endless. As you become more comfortable with the command terminal, you'll find countless ways to use it to your advantage. Whether you're a developer, a system administrator, or just someone looking to streamline your daily tasks, mastering the command terminal can be incredibly beneficial. It can save you time, reduce errors, and give you more control over your computing environment. Congratulations! You've just learned some of the most essential commands for using the command terminal. Remember, Practice makes perfect. The more you use these commands, the more comfortable you'll become. Don't be afraid to experiment and explore. Start using these commands in your daily workflow. You'll be surprised how much more efficient you can be. The command terminal is a powerful tool. By mastering the basics, you're opening up a world of possibilities. Keep learning and exploring.